I'm Charles Sonenshein, but I'm also known as Chuck Sonenshein. And Sonenshein is a corrupted form of the German word Sonenshein, which means sunshine. And as you can see, I'm from Loveland, Ohio, so just think about it for a second. You are now going to see Chucky Sunshine from Loveland, Ohio, so you know what to expect. Thank you. Hold your applause. It's not going to be that good. Watch the lizard go through the jungle, a strange name for a talk. So let me give you a little historical background on it. 60 years ago, when I was 14 years old, yeah, I know. 60 years ago, 14 years old, I'm watching a magic show on a little black and white TV set, and Melbourne Christopher, the magician, walked onto the stage and said, "Watch the lizard go through the jungle." And he proceeded to do a rope trick in which he wrapped a rope around his arm, and then it actually penetrated. Well, being a 14-year-old magician 60 years ago, I knew how to shuffle a deck of cards. I knew quite a few rope tricks. I cut and restored rope, and so I thought, I'll figure that out. That's kind of neat. The title intrigued me. You know, watch the lizard go through the jungle, kind of poetic. And so I worked on it. And every time I wrapped my hand in the rope, it would get tangled up. I thought, well, it can't be that hard. It's got to be. And I tried again. And for 3 weeks, you know, I would tell you, and my mom and dad got a little upset about me walking around with this rope. That I had to learn it. Well, now fast forward 18. I'm 18 years old. I'm sitting with a mentor of mine from Cincinnati, Ohio, Stewart Judah, the magician. And he's showing me a trick with a pencil, a straw, and a shoelace. And it was a topology, and he penetrated the pencil and broke the straw. It was a paper straw back then. He broke the straw. I said, "Oh, that's a neat, that's the wrap." I saw a trick many years ago. Melbourne Christopher did a trick called "Watch the lizard go through." He said, "I know it." You do? He said, "You want me to teach it to you?" So I just happened to have a piece of rope in my pocket. And I said, please do. And so he taught me the trick. This is Stewart. Some of you may know who he was. He was considered, in Greater Magic, he was called one of the top 10 card magicians in the United States at the time. And he was a good friend. And well, to complete the story, though, I discovered Martin Gardner. Now, that was when I was 18. When I was 20, that's the first inkling I had that Martin Gardner was into mathematics. I knew him as a magician, and that's all. And my calculus teacher in college introduced me to him. And in the second edition, Second Mathematical Society book of math puzzles and diversions, on page 78, chapter 7, topological curiosities, there was Stewart Judah's straw, pencil, and shoelace problem. So it made a complete circle. Well, in 1993, when I was 53 years old, I visited Martin. I also had brown hair, and a lot of it. And I think he knew. We talked about Stewart Judah for a good half hour, and I think he knew the trick, watch the lizard go through. But I told him the story, and he very politely said, "Would you teach it to me?" So I taught Martin Gardner to watch the lizard go through the jungle. And it is easy, very easy. Now, I'm going to do it in slow motion from the back so you can learn how to do this. Oh, really? Oh, my 6 minutes is up. Oh, I'm so disappointed. You know, I was a high school teacher all my life. I taught high school in Cincinnati, and I used to do this to my students. I'd give them a problem. They'd come in the next day. How do you solve the problem? Oh, it's easy. And I'd go to the board and say, I'd get to the critical step and, oh, my heart. And and they say, oh no, not again, No, this is my gift to you. I have directions how to do this. I also have another rope. If you catch me out in the hall someplace, I will give you personal instructions. But my gift is the directions. One more time, watch the lizard go through the jungle. Thank you very much. Thank you.